Hello, everybody. Okay, I've made an executive decision with this sketchbook. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last one, which is to just paint on this side because you can see right through it. You can see this gal that I painted yesterday. And I'm just done with it. You know what I mean? Pretty disappointed because the first sketchbook I wasn't super surprised because it was like $5 at Hobby Lobby. But this one I paid, I don't know, $25. Not crazy, but I expected it to be a little better. And it is a watercolor sketchbook, cold pressed, which it definitely looks and feels hot pressed to me. So I don't know. Anyway, we're just gonna go with it on the right side again. Hopefully, I've purchased a couple other sketchbooks. I've got this one that you can actually see the texture of the pages and feel. Got two of those in different colors, but yeah, I just don't want to be able to see. Look at that, you can see right through it. Okay, so we're going to draw another face today. I'm kind of been trying to practice some faces here. And since I'm not super comfortable with drawing faces yet, I am going to do this in pencil. So I'm going to just start with the eyes like I did in the other face video that we did together. And just doing two lines like this. And some people will say, hey, faces aren't beginner friendly, but they are. When we do them step by step together, they really are. And I'm going to have her looking right at us. So we'll just do a couple things like that. And then kind of have a line coming underneath here as well. And then bringing a couple, just parentheses, you know, you don't even have to call them eyeballs. Doing a couple curved lines there, and we'll give her some eyelids, little subtle eyelids there. Some eyebrows. See, if you just do step by step, you can draw faces. And again, mine are not like realistic faces. I'm just playing. I want it to end up being whimsical and sometimes funny, maybe. Sometimes, like, I don't love those eyebrows, but that's okay. We'll work with them. And then we'll come down here and do the nose. And I think on my previous video, I kind of just did a couple little lines, but I kind of like to do a very loose letter M is what I'm going to call it. And we're just going to kind of, and then again, we're going to do some parentheses, just little indications of the nose, you know, and maybe bring the eyebrow down a little bit on this side. We'll see what we do with pen in the end there. Okay, the lips, we're just going to do a little something like this. I've noticed that as I've been practicing these faces, that they kind of end up looking a little bit sad. So I don't know what that means. It means I don't know how to paint expressions or draw expressions yet, I guess. But okay, let's just go with that. And we'll give her some lashes. We'll just do all that with pen. But for now, we're just going to draw the face down like this. And if you want to, like if you're going in with pencil, you can erase lines at the end. I'll probably leave them depending what it looks like. Now for her hair, I'm just going to kind of bring it up. And this is another reason I like to go with pencil, because I've been finding as I practice that the hair kind of comes over and then the eyebrows and eyes are already there, but sometimes I want them to go a little bit over the eyebrows. So I'm going to bring her up like this and then bring her down like this. Okay. See kind of what I'm doing here. I'm going to make her part go a little bit that way. And then I'm just going to give her some long hair. Okay. And we will fill this in a little bit. Give her neckline here. And shoulders. Again, we do not have to be realistic. That's the fun thing about being whimsical is that you're not like, oh no, they're not proportional. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Couple arm indications here. Now for her, her neckline. Let's give her like a square-ish neckline. Okay, I like it. The other thing I'm noticing as I'm coming down to the bottom, when I painted this girl, I realized I got paint on all the pages, but that's okay. Maybe I'll try to be careful with this one. And all right, let's start drawing some other little lines in here. I'm just trying to do this for my own good. I don't have to do this now, but because I'll come back in with paint and pen, but kind of just to give a little texture to her hair for my own liking right now. Okay, now we're going to go in with paint. One thing that, I don't know, maybe I'll look for a class or something to take, but I don't really know how to do skin tones very well. Oh, before I come in with this paint, I'm going to grab my eraser. I'm going to just erase the eyebrow there. Not that well, yeah, I do need to because I'm going to give her red hair. So I think that would show through if I did that, if I didn't erase it. Okay, now we will come on in and give her some pigment to her skin. And I'm just going to kind of do an all over the face to start with, trying to move somewhat quickly because this sketchbook dries so quickly and I don't like lines. And if there are lines, it's okay. I just come back in with another coat of paint, another layer in a little bit, once it's all dry. If you hear kids in the background, there's kids walking to school and they're being silly. All right, let's not forget her neck and décolletage or whatever it's called, décolleté, I don't know. Neck and chest. And you can see I'm doing it very lightly. I will come in and do some shading as well. But see, you can see lines up here where it kind of dried. But that's okay. Overall, we're good. We're good for now. All right, for her hair, I'll come back and do the rest of the face once that's all dry. For her hair, I'm coming in with a lot of water on my brush and some color, but I'm going to just do this side first. Put some color in there so you can see it if you want to do it this way. Just put some clean water on your brush, or like I'm doing, add a little color so you can see it. I'm doing it mainly for video purposes so that you can see what I'm doing here. I don't know why I was just super careful right there because that's part of her hair. All right. And again, with this particular sketchbook, this paper, I have to be dipping into my water quite a bit because it dries quickly. All right. Now I'm going to bring in some color and start really being bold with what's happening here. And just moving that color around, you can maybe tell that it's pretty wet up here, kind of drying already down here, where I didn't put as much water to begin with. And I'll probably speed you up through the rest of this hair because I'm really just coloring it in. I'm going to do the same over here, put some water in, and then add some color. And yeah, I got it in her face. That's fine. I'll fix that too. And we will just speed up through this because it's going to be the same thing. All right, we'll come over here and add a little bit of darker streaks in here and then try to fix those little lines there. And this is still a little bit damp, so in parts anyway. And you can see now that we've added that dark color, her face looks very similar to the color of just the background. So we're gonna bring on in some more of her face color. It's kind of matching the hair, honestly. So I might have to tweak that a little bit. Or not, you know? All right, I'm just going to speed you up through this as I fill this in. And just these little spots bother me, so I'm going to bring in another layer in the hair. And I've decided to give her a nice emerald green shirt, which I never use this color, so it's kind of fun. But I often see redheads wearing this kind of green. A nice complement to their hair. So again, I'll speed you up because I'm just going to be coloring in her shirt. And let's work on some of the facial features, or at least the color in the face. I'm not sure what color her lips are going to end up being, but we'll start with this kind of purplish red color. And let's give her some, let's see. Okay, we're going to give her some brown eyes. And I'm sorry if you hear noises in the background, but there's people in my house, so that happens. And I have to work in like literally 5 minutes. Literally. Well, I need to check in 5 minutes. I do not like that color brown, but we're going to work on it. We'll let that dry for now. Actually, I'm going to help it dry. I'm going to bring in my Micron and start working on some. Actually, this is a size 2, so yeah, I'll do this for some of the facial things. Just to bring them out a little bit. And then I will bring probably a bigger nib out for the hair and just the outline of the body and everything. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and speed you up through this as well because I'm just going over the pencil lines that are there. All right, going to bring in now my number 8. And now I'm just going to touch up her eyes a little bit here, make them a little bolder here. We want her eyes to pop. I thought about giving her some eyeshadow, but I think I like just this really fair-skinned look here. Okay. And now I'm going to bring in my size 10 jelly roll and just add some highlights here and there. We'll put some in her eyes, bring those to life, maybe even a few up in her hair. You can choose whether these are highlights or if she's getting gray hair. If you've seen my hair in my profile picture, you know that I don't mind gray hair, not one bit. Okay, I'm not sure. The lips are kind of light. I'm not sure if the highlight will show up too much, but we'll do it anyway. A little outlines or little scribbly lines in the shirt. All right, I think she's beautiful. What do you think? I kind of want to start doing portraits that have words with them, like, you know, what word can you think of a word that might match her, like peaceful or calm or breathe or, you know, something like that. Okay, after stepping away and coming back, I realized I don't like her eye color, so I am going to add some more brown to it. So they're just a little bit darker. There we go. I like that a lot better. They were just a little too light. Maybe a little too orangey too. I'm going to add a little bit more even than that. I want them to be a dark brown. And I think too, I'm going to go over her pupils again and then add my highlight in. I better let that dry first. All right, just have black on my brush. I'm going to go over pupils. And we'll let this dry now. And then add in our reflections again. I'm also adding just some lines in the brown part as well. And coming in with our white gel pen to put some highlights in her eyes. There we have it. And now she is complete. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll join me in the next video. See you then.